Episode 2, The John Gotti of Seven Oaks, directed by Kevin Phillips, written by Ashley Cardiff, begins with Raina on her birthday, 8 months prior to her disappearance. She has breakfast with her family and there's a small disagreement. We come back to the present and Rebecca sits with Josephine in the holding cell. Because of the new evidence on the CCTV tape, Raina being seen alive climbing out from under the bridge, the authorities end up cutting all the kids loose. Rebecca and Joe have a smoke outside the police station, and Joe brags about how she used to get arrested for petty crimes like shoplifting, but now has her gophers do the dirty work. Before heading off to Connor's for the night, Rebecca asks Josephine about the secret from earlier, but we cut away. Cam gets a solid chewing out from the chief/dad. He's pissed on multiple levels. He thinks she's embarrassed the department by jumping to conclusions about Raina, and also that Cam wants to move on to a bigger department in another city. Rebecca and Josephine go out for a late dinner. Josephine orders the entire menu, and the waiter recognizes Rebecca. Turns out he was in her brother's high school class, and we learn that Rebecca's brother died. Rebecca presses Joe on the secret again, and Joe makes her an offer. She'll give Rebecca all the information she wants. In exchange, Rebecca will take her to live in New York. Cam goes to Rebecca's house, and the two have a tense conversation. Cam wants answers about why Rebecca is poking around. There's also tension just under the surface that maybe the two used to be more than just friends. We flash back to Raina 8 months ago. She gets bullied by several girls in the locker room who call her the Beast for not shaving her legs. Later, she meets Josephine for the first time while trying to buy razors. Joe helps her pick out the best ones and then shows her how to steal them. The two hang out after, and Raina gets invited to meet more of Joe's friends. Back in the present, Suman hides a letter for her husband addressed from the British Columbia prosecutor. Cam shows up to see the family against her father's commands. CCTV tape of Raina still alive. Raina's father blames the Seven Oaks girls for Raina's disappearance, especially Josephine. Rebecca talks to her father about being involved in Cam's investigation of Raina's disappearance. She feels her presence is justified as long as she can help Cam figure out what happened. Rebecca takes Joe up on her deal to give her all the information about what happened that night under the bridge. Joe gives her a tour and gives her the full story. Turns out they not only beat her up, knocked out some teeth, but Joe decided to put out a cigarette on Raina's face. Josephine adds that she followed Raina after she came out from under the bridge and pushed her off of it. Cam goes to Seven Oaks to question Dusty. Turns out someone has been calling the Verk family house, but not saying anything on the other line. During their conversation, Cam gets a radio call that Raina's body has been discovered. Josephine brings Rebecca to a party at the weed guy's house, Connor Fields. We flash back again to Raina's birthday. She shows up to the party that Josephine invited her to, and they talk to Notorious Big through a Ouija board, and Dusty is the first and only person to wish Raina a happy birthday. Cam goes out to the crime scene where Raina's body's found. She tells her dad/the chief that she went out to visit the Verks against his wishes, and that her investigation is pointing to Josephine. He tells her he'll go see the Verks for her, and that she should go ahead and pick up Josephine. Rebecca has a panic attack at the teen party because of what Josephine's told her earlier that day. She tries to reach Cam at the police station, but can't get through. Cam does an experiment to determine the drive time from the bridge where Raina disappeared to Seven Oaks after she notices a timestamp from the CCTV footage. Saman gives a letter she hid earlier to Manjeet, her husband, and we learn that his criminal record has been expunged, although the charge isn't shown. Back at the party, a news alert on the TV, and everyone learns about the discovery of Raina's body. Josephine can't believe that she's actually dead.